Do PDAers need to identify or agree with a persistent or pervasive drive for autonomy? By Richard Woods at London Southbank University, PhD student, and I'm currently on an extended gap year. So this should be a relatively short video because I'm just asking this question. Should be quite interesting. So why are you going down? So move. Sorry, I was referring to the GIF there. So yeah, I've been reflecting on basically if me as a PDA needs to identify with or agree with this notion of a persistent drive for autonomy or a pervasive drive for autonomy, and I think the answer to that basically is no. Well, I don't agree with the concepts. If one fundamentally does, why would you expect someone who has a persistent drive for autonomy or a pervasive drive for autonomy to just automatically agree with that idea? Because that is quite a big demand. You're expecting someone to... It's a pretty big demand to place on anyone. So, like, why would you expect me to kind of conform to that idea or to agree with that idea? I find quite baffling from just from a logical perspective. It's ironic. If one does expect me as a PDA to just to agree with or identify with a persistent drive for autonomy, it's also quite contradictory too. But yeah. So the answer to that is, in my view, no. I shouldn't need to. Well, no, I don't need to agree with persistent drive for autonomy or identify with it to be a PDA. So yeah. There's other arguments besides just the ironic and the contradictory one. There's arguments in case of that we don't know what PDA is or how it kind of fully presents more broadly anyway, and there's multiple competing hypotheses for it. And obviously, as I kind of put out in alternative videos, which I'll put a link to in the description, is like who talks for PDAs who are not part of the PDA Pro for Autism community, or who talks for PDAs from non-speaking populations, or from PDAs with intellectual disability, or PDAs from the global majority cultures and stuff. So yeah, one point I'm trying to point out there is that it is okay to not agree with a persistent drive for autonomy, and it's okay therefore there to be other hypotheses and ideas around the concept, so around the construct of pathological demand avoidance. So yeah, on that note, may one stemming activities be many and one flow states long, which is equivalent to live long and prosper. Let's check how long this video is. Yeah, it's quite short for me. It's 83 minutes. Anyway, have a good weekend or whatever. Anyway, goodbye.